and he gets it to go.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And a wide open look for Freak. Again. Los Angeles.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Outside, Green. They double in with Freak. And stolen by Freak. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. Drills it from outside. Freak's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
And stolen by Freak. The three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here. Had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
Yeah, back-breaking run, really exposing the weaknesses in their defense.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top as they go on a 10-0 run to end the period. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter.
Every diamond's a flake.
Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show.
It's the winner's race. Eating with cannon, ace at a table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? Raised out of Harlem, baby. Was dropping my mama crazy.
LA's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
They've got Doug McDermott. Azelia's out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Sergei Karasov. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Los Angeles calls timeout. They lead by 22. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back, because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Four seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one's good. Freak.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Launches it. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And stolen by Freak. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. He really came out of the gates with a nice rhythm, hitting his first 3 shots to get his team going.
Their entire offense revolved around him, and he came through in a big way. I know this is supposed to be a team game, but tonight it was all about one guy. He provided a huge majority of their points, and it wasn't even close.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi there, folks. Ernie Johnson here, aided once again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to be together again as the NBA regular season wraps up and playoff fever starting to set in. Are you feeling it, Kenny?
Oh, I feel that playoff fever.
Yes, yes, we do, we do.
Hey, we don't have to pay for this song. Why? Because I made it up in my
week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, guys, they come in off that loss to the Lakers. And they lost it by a single point. Just one more possession or one less bad shot away from a different result. Those really sting.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the freebies. And on that night, they did not. And that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line. And in the end, it mattered on the scoreboard and cost them.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Memphis. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Fresh is out there with Conley. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Freak. Stats on him. He's averaging 9 points a game. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Conley kicks to Gasol. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
And stolen by Freak, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Hopkins. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give him a nice little lift, I think, going.
And the Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach. One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Conley out there with Fresh. Then it's Brandon Wright. And it's Green, and it's Stokes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Some changes for Memphis. Johnson, he's checked in for Green, and it's Adams in for Fresh. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. LA has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game, and he gets it to go. 10 points for Freak.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
And it's Conley penetrating. And Wright throws it down hard.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And that replay is sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Knocks it loose. Pulls up. High post. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Conley.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter.
Whoa. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys.